I'm trying to be sure that this works. Apologies, sincere apologies. I really hate for this to happen, honestly speaking. Tracy, thank you for your suggestion. I would ensure that I do that next time. I want to be sure that the audio is a bit better now, please. Okay, this is fine. I think we have our audio now. Have our audio. Have our audio now. Have our audio now. Okay. Have our audio. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Sincere apologies. Sorry for that communication breach there. I couldn't tell exactly what happened. Thank you so much for obliging me on a Saturday evening. I'm sorry I had to bamboozle you to get you here. Thank you so much. And if you can hear me, please, if you're on the live and you can hear me, kindly respond. Let's be sure that you can hear, please. Just to be sure someone can hear us. Can anybody hear us? Are you there? Can you hear us? We need to be sure that we can be heard. All right. So before we went, that network went bad. We were trying to, okay, audio better. Tracy, thank you so much. It was just a little button we didn't push properly. Sincere apologies. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly, Tracy. You're awesome. Thank you. So before we went on, we're talking about a recent attack, a recent Boko Haram attack on a military base in Nigeria that just happened recently, and the news is silent about it because it be like saying the game plan now to make sure say they silence some things really happen, making it to the come out. Remember that the National Security Advisor NSA been talk recently, talk say a lot of things they happen. Say 80% of it they happen. Say Nigerians don't even know about that. We have to talk about, by the way. We also have to talk about the issue of Gambaryan, his accusation on a House of Representative members, their response, and the response of the federal government about it, and his response too, because he has insisted on what he said, saying a lie, saying what, no matter the artificial, say waiting in talk, now waiting in talk. We'll also look at Obasa's case, the fact that those behind his impeachment have been unveiled, and we'll be talking about it and the reason behind that impeachment, and of course, the subsequent action of going to court to seek for redress. Thank you once more for obliging me, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much for everyone who's been patient with us and complain about the audio. We appreciate you. So let's start with this attack on the military base in by our soldiers, where some soldiers have been killed recently, and this happened just last week, Sunday, in Gambaryan local government area of Borno State, and they attacked the military base. They killed some soldiers and they carted away 2 trucks of guns, 2 trucks of ammunition owned by Nigerian army. They carry up, go. So this incident then don't become one too many. Remember that just 2 weeks before that, in January, a certain incident like that happened too, where they attacked a military base, burnt houses, did what they did, and at the end of the day, they killed scores of soldiers. Till now, we hear say Nigerian military, they yet to identify the bodies or to even recover the bodies of those people who be said and killed for inside that attack what happened late January. We still talk about that. This one don't happen. And the worst part of it is that the military men that have been killed in just this incident that happened last Sunday, they are yet to inform their families. And that's why we cannot even name the military men, because if you name them, their families are not aware. And the military is yet to even talk about it. The Nigerian military, no way where they don't give Nigerians information about it. How do we continue like this, sir?
Well, we can't continue this way, but we need to understand why the problem is looming and be able to know why information is not being disseminated to the people. To start with, you know that the media in Nigeria is partly or mostly owned by politicians.
Ah.
Yes. And politicians will not want such news to come out.
Okay.
Because they feel that, rather than facing governance, which the parties have been elected for right now, we are facing what I would call campaigns for 2027.
I don't understand. 2027?
It has started.
Wait, this administration is less than 2 years old. How they going to face 2027? And who go vote? Not be people where they are like with this hunger.
Well, if you say who go vote and with this hunger, the hunger is there, but they're winning states. I mean, it's not surprising. Nigeria claim to be hungry. They claim not to have money to do anything. They claim they are not able to buy their drugs. They claim that APC has ruined this country, but APC is still winning elections.
When we are where?
What happened in Edo State?
So Edo is enough precedent to show that.
See, let me tell you, I keep saying it that Nigerians have not started suffering.
Hey,
Nigerians, the suffering that they're going through now is still doing pressure. When the real suffering hits the people, When people understand what they're going through themselves, you will not need to beg anybody to vote the right person. At that point in time, people will no longer vote you because you belong to the ruling party. People will vote you because of your antecedents. What have you done? What is it that you have to showcase? They will not vote those politicians who go to the hospitals just to go and lie down in public hospitals because they want to win elections. They will not vote those politicians who are drinking pure water to, have a kind of uniformity with the poor people. No, they will vote for people who have something, who have done something to add value to other people's lives. They know that if you are adding value to people's lives, you will automatically add value to their own lives when they elect you. So bringing it back to where we are, we're talking about a situation where things happen. Nobody is informed. Nobody tells anybody. Don't forget, it is the duty of government to hide information. It is the duty of government to keep secret. But it is the duty of the media to expose it. And the reason why these things don't come out when they are meant to come out is because the political class have hijacked the media. So when the people themselves own radio stations, when people begin to invest in radio stations and TV stations, ordinary citizens, you will see that information will flow.
But we have alternative media. I mean, what we're doing is a form of alternative media. So social media don't become a very good way of disseminating information.
Well,
and most of all our information, we cannot even disseminate fake information because we'll be held. Government will hold us, say, hey, well, I don't carry fake news. So every single information we say will give out they're authentic. So why is it hard for other people to join hands together to make sure that they give out the right information for people?
Precious.
Sir?
Have you asked yourself why recently, with all the taxations going on, everything the government is doing, why are people not protesting? People are not protesting not because they don't want to protest, because after the bad governance protests, hunger and bad governance protests, what happened? People were charged for treason.
Yes.
And do you think that
including
minors? So what government has done with that is to tell you, we are ready for you. Yeah. You try anyhow, you see anyhow.
That is, you do anyhow, you see anyhow.
Simple.
Yeah.
So that is why people are no longer protesting.
But is the protesting not their fundamental human right?
It is. But government has used the instrumentality of government to hold people down. So people are saying of coming out. That is why when Labour is talking about going on protests or doing this, people are just laughing at Labour. So nobody wants to be charged for treason. Nobody wants to, be locked up in the prisons. So these are issues. So it is even this media we're using, the new law on cyberbullying.
If you do anyhow, they say don't bully person.
Simple. So
if people for internet, they will say don't do that.
That is why even when you go and record the police doing or the military or anybody doing something wrong and you post it on the internet, they come after you.
But is it fair that these soldiers died in the line of duty? Their families are yet to be informed, and the general public will not get the right to know what in our gallant soldiers they go through for the line of duty.
No, everybody.
Not our responsibility.
Everybody has the right to know what.
So why do we not know? Why is the information not out there? Why is the Nigerian military not saying anything?
The Nigerian military is not saying anything. The only thing the Nigerian military is concerned with, including the National Security Advisor, is the fact that visa was denied by today. That the Canadian embassy denied the chief of staff visa. That is the only news, because that is what affects them. It does not affect the poor Nigerians. Whatever has to do with the poor Nigerians, government is not interested. Do you know how many Nigerians have been denied visa? Do you know how many Nigerians are queuing in front of embassies? They pay their money. Do you know how much the American embassy, the Canadian embassy, the British, the UK embassy, do you know how much they're generating from the ordinary Nigerians that they don't give visa to, that are paying visa fees? Do you know how much they're making from this country? These are things we expect the government to look into. But no, government has kept quiet. They pretended they didn't know these things were happening. But suddenly, it has hit them. One of them have been denied visa, and then everything has gone up in smokes. So it's not about the people. It's about the ruling class.
So how does this now affect the morale of these soldiers when they have to go fight battle?
That is why
people they go out, go fight, and they see their colleagues they die, and government or the military they work for, they do little or nothing about their death, and others still there within that work front, they go fight again. How do you think will take affect their morale?
It is affecting their morale. That is why you say everybody wants to run. All of them want to run to the southeast, where they can set up roadblocks, set up checkpoints, make all. You saw the information that was released about how much they are making there, how much police and the military are making.
Yes,
So I mean, who wouldn't want to go to the southeast? Everyone wants to go to the southeast because whatever is happening.
Over 2 trillion naira in 1 month between December and January.
So whatever is happening in the southeast, for them is they're just playing. That is why I keep saying that. Why is it that we have our checkpoints running Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? On Monday morning, the checkpoints disappear. Why do they disappear? Then they disappear, then the unknown gunmen take over.
Even God rest on Sunday now. Maybe
so they are arrested on Monday.
Maybe
they are arrested on Monday.
Easy to protect people, sir.
So please, it's unfortunate the way things are happening in the country, but I think government should be more proactive. It is so shameful to hear that a ragtag group attacks a military base. Not only the military base, they set ablaze, towns and houses around that place, and they cut away arms and ammunition.
But how is it that the northern leaders are silent about these things or some of these attacks when it happen? But the same northern leaders or northerners come in group to talk, say, make anybody, any Eastern away act, say, they're releasing them, say the person self na terrorist because of say they don't prescribe indigenous people of Biafra. How is it that is happening?
It's the height of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And that is why when people say that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable, I say that they're very stupid for saying that. You cannot force people into a marriage. You cannot force a husband and wife who cannot live together in marriage. What you can do is to create an enabling ground for both of them to resolve their differences. So sometimes I ask myself, what is the problem with the North concerning the Southeast? Why is it that every other region looks at the Southeast and they're scared of the Southeast? What is it that they're afraid of? These so-called northern leaders who gathered to say all sorts of things about release of Nnamdi Kanu about the South, they should not hide their faces in shame. Are they not ashamed that their people in the north are not being educated? Are they not ashamed? Are the northern leaders not ashamed of themselves? If the northern leaders really like the north, if they like the youths in the north, if the youths in the north believe that their leaders are doing the right thing, they should spearhead the education of their own people. So let them forget about the Southeast. I know the Southeast have their own problem. I've always said it. I'll never hide it. The problem of the Southeast is bad governance. It's the fact that the leaders in the Southeast do not want to develop the Southeast. But let the northern youths and their leaders go and ensure that their own children get educated.
So how is it that they don't want to develop the Southeast? Just recently, Soludo was accused of paying money for people to go to Hajj. Meanwhile, they ask him, say, what's it concern you concern Hajj? Anambra and Muslim states. So people are now accusing him of trying his possible best to please the Northerners. Do you think that's one of the problems, many problems of the Southeastern leaders?
The problem of the South is that it is not the federal government that is marginalizing the Southeast.
Oh, wow.
It is the Igbo leaders that are marginalizing the Igbo.
Oh, now the Igbo leaders, now they marginalize their own people.
They're also marginalizing them. Check the entire South. Look at what is happening in Lagos. Everybody is making noise, but the governor of Lagos State is busy opening new roads. He's busy building train networks around the city. What will it cost these so-called leaders in the Southeast
to do the same? To
build train network and within themselves. What will it cost them? You don't have good roads in the Southeast. Nothing. It's only in the Southeast that you will hear, Southeast, South. You will hear that there's an attack on the military, and the whole military will come after them.
I'd be surprised.
Why are they not doing the same thing in the North?
I would be the one there why they never go Borno State now.
Why are they not doing the same thing? It simply shows you how callous and how unserious Igbo leaders are.
Okay, so now we'll go straight to that gist we get to do with Obasa. We hear say some kind of people them dey behind the removal of Obasa, and most of them are because of say they vex, say the kind of power what Obasa don't get, they won't give a mind to get that kind of power you don't get. And if you like say because President Bola Tinubu don't become president, he can't be distracted, so you not come pay attention to what they happen for inside Lagos State enough to pay attention to what Obasa they do. Say checks and balances supposed to. So they say this group then come call together, they be cabal, we come together to make sure say I go read them out so that no go quote me, we come together. And I say that some political leaders there say because of the way they become too powerful and they unchecked by president, they make the job. Say some of these politicians them say people wait for them one former senator, former ambassador, and former minister from Lagos Central. Listen, Lagos Central Senatorial District. Another one, a former two-term senator from Lagos East and West Senatorial Districts. Okay. Another one again, now former gubernatorial aspirant and former commissioner for inside Lagos State. Another one, now former deputy speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, where they talk say he served as senator, and 3 top-notch officials of the Lagos State government. All these people, they just shout, we could just hide their name now for the meantime. Maybe with due time, we'll go mention their names. But for now, because of what's they involved, they go cover them. They say this cabal, they break into different cells with recruitments and serving former members of the State House of the Assembly. In fact, they put they join as they break themselves into different units. They recruit with them former members of the House of Assembly and current serving members of the House of the Assembly. We join hands together to make sure say this impeachment of Obasa happen. In fact, they talk say a few members of the House of Representatives where they led by 4-term ranking, 4-term ranking, where they notably served for the 2023 presidential campaign council, top state party executive committee members, and some council chairmen, including governors advisory council members. Now they say what it make it say things can they happen like this, and because of say it can be like say even the GAC members themselves were supposed to advise the governor, they biased. Why? Because their sons, their daughters, some of their children don't enter politics, either the local government chairman, House of Assembly members, and all that. So they not fit to put mouth talk because themselves they get personal interest for this drama when it happens. So now waiting make this cabal then conjoin together because that make them say GSC they divided.
No,
some GSC they for, some they against.
I think it's not really about cabal.
Yeah.
I also don't.
But they don't name group of people
yes,
together.
I agree. I also don't think it's all about the governorship aspiration of someone.
Yeah.
I think there's more to it.
Of Obasa.
I mean Obasa.
Okay.
I think it is more of
waiting.
Lagos wants to be Lagos.
And they talk that one too. They talk and they say, in fact, say this group come together, say Lagos State must be for Lagos people alone. But the question why I get with that Lagos for Lagos mantra. Now say the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu from Ogun State, in deputy Obafemi Hamzat from Ogun State, Obasa himself from Ogun State. Most of the members of the House of
Ogun also State.
Obasa Ogun State,
Sure?
something somewhere around the Jebu or so. So they say from. Then some members of most of the members of the House of Assembly and all that, and most executives for inside Lagos State generally, most of them from other states, from inside Southwest and not Lagos State. The main members of Lagos State, where they involved in governance in Lagos State, they know too plenty. So if they can't do this Lagos for Lagos, how they will take come up when they don't
you know my happiness now. Nobody is pointing finger at the Igbos.
Yes. Okay, so now Igbos they cause division for Lagos State. But ordinarily they for
you remember before they run down to the 2023
election, yes sir.
They said the Igbos were saying that Lagos is no man's land. That they own Lagos or they own.
But not people start that talk.
It doesn't matter, but okay. It was attributed to be from the Igbos.
Yes, sir.
And that was why you heard people say, if you are not a Lagosian,
no vote.
Don't vote. If you are not going to vote somebody we want as governor, don't vote. So it brings us back as a people to the issue of tribe.
Tribalism.
And ethnicity and religion. These are monsters, these are cancers that have enveloped this nation. And unfortunately, we pray over cancer. We pray over kidney failure.
Ouch. You know they talk with Akeredolu.
Yes, now we climb mountains. We climb mountains.
Say they go they treat a husband spiritually instead of to face the real cancer with the warrior.
We climb mountains. We go to geos. We rely on geos.
Collect handkerchiefs.
But you forget. Nigerians forget. The people forget. When these same pastors and geos you go to, when they fall sick, then they go abroad for treatment.
No, they need the fall sick. I never hear any geo.
You never hear.
Fall sick.
Then they force it.
Oh,
The same GOs that are prescribing drugs for cancer and everything, then they carry police as bodyguard. But they go tell their members, say, when they hold on to the Lord. That is what is happening in Lagos.
Are you serious?
Yes. So suddenly people are beginning to wake up and say, oh, those who have been ruling Lagos are not really Lagosians.
But we've always known that not Lagosians.
No. I don't know. I'm just knowing now.
Oh no, please stop.
No, I'm just knowing.
Stop it. I don't like
so
it.
I'm just asking myself.
We've always known that.
All this while have they been sleeping?
Oh. Now that they break for them. You know, so they say
No,
when
but I'll tell you why they're waking up from sleep.
Okay.
They've just woken up from sleep because suddenly the lion of Babylon is no longer roaring.
Yes. I mean, because of saying one bring his son.
No. It's not even about the son. He's busy with national affairs. So I know today for Lagos. And then those people who have been they hide, who have been they fear, suddenly feel say, as the lion know they around,
we'll show our face.
We'll show our face.
Way. Okay.
So you will see that this battle never starts. I told you before now that the Lagos battle has not started. Obasa is a strong politician. Obasa holds down Agege and Lemoshodo's area, whether you like it or not. And you know that when it comes to voting, in terms of national voting, there is more vote from that end.
Yes.
So
they said Agege and Lemosho.
Yes. So whatever they are doing, whatever APC is doing, they are trading software as well.
But that we also did hear earlier saying that waiting make our president wife talk say she tell EFCC may not arrest them when they come to
I know that one. They
say because they need her.
No.
Then a rumor. Oh,
I don't know the power when the wife of the president gets.
Wife of president no power.
I know. Your former president told you that the wife of the president is in the other room. And then the office day.
You don't know whether this person wife now as well.
He has not told us where the wife is.
He never tell us, so you don't know
whether. So for now, we still believe say.
There's the other room.
Yeah, because since the husband said that he will continue where the other man stopped.
Okay, maybe they continue with the same situation. Okay, so Obasa has gone to court now. They talk say may they reverse the impeachment because say the procedure when they follow for the impeachment no follow. First of all, you know they're in town and all that. Say if they impeach and they suppose impeach him. Say the thing no follow the process then when they put in place. So he's impeached. We see that court case going anywhere. Remember, say President be first feign ignorance. Say under the sack Obasa what's he do now? When they go present the new speaker to Abuja, because say Obasa not there yet. And the GSC because say no, Obasa do bad thing. He thief money, and I'm not going to come out. President go say he thief money. Una not tell me. Una come out like this. This one come like saying what do you call them? Legislative meeting. I've been a legislative meeting. Cool now. I plot for them. Oh, if I say make her accept Merinda, now make her take small accept Merinda. Now since that's on I talk now, he was reluctant about it. And they were also gossip that the president has said they should reverse it.
You were the one saying that. Were you there to ascertain that he was reluctant?
And that's what they talk about news.
Which news?
Them say news talk.
You see,
people when they
you need to understand that in politics there are no permanent enemies. No permanent friends. Okay. What you have is permanent interest.
And
what is playing out in Lagos is all about interest. Who the interest serves best will win the day. Yes. So if, like they say, Mr. President set up the GSC,
okay,
and if he feels that the removal of Obasa will not serve his political interests in 2027, he will endorse it.
Hey, so if Obasa they use less for 2027, or whether if he come out or in day, you know, go affect him for 2037. You go mark.
Let me just say something that will shock you.
Okay, sir.
You see people who run around for politicians, all those we call them talks, political talks, political hangouts,
political hallelujah boys.
Have you ever seen them getting married to the children of these people they follow?
No, they don't marry. That is like some people now come marry like a Tinubu daughter.
Yes.
I never see you. Rather like Tinubu daughter go marry Ganduje daughter. So now within themselves they marry.
So do you know why?
Why?
Because they have no value.
Hey!
They simply have
So
no
you mean
value.
say MC Olomodo cannot marry?
He not go try himself. He not go even mention him.
Eh?
He's only used for what he would serve at that point in time.
But
And
MC Olomodo don't become big man now.
I'm just hearing that.
The whole NURTW national chairman, president, and chairman.
Well, you know that case is a common. That case.
He don't come up for court since.
Oh,
court don't rule the final one. Appeal court be the last part. And appeal court don't talk say maybe Hausa man take over power, but MC Olomo still.
So that is that means illegal now. It's an illegal.
But the
if the court has let me say this, and I say it with all sense of responsibility. We must not keep rubbing shit on the face of the president.
What?
We must not. Because everybody is doing anything and using the name of the president. I think the president himself needs to caution people. These are the kind of things I expect Bayo Nanuga to issue a press release. People shouldn't be using the name of the president to commit impunity. If there's a court order saying that he's not the president of the Nigerian Road Transport Workers, and he defies court order and parades himself, the court should actually take a step further.
But the court, you know, court they listen to body language of presidents.
I don't know when the court turned to become part of the DSS.
But you know, so
because I know that DSS, if the president comes out in the morning and sneezes, the director of DSS will sneeze as well and fall one side, because they pander to the words and the actions and the body language of the president. So I don't know. The rascality within the judiciary is also a problem. The judiciary needs to purge itself. It's very, very important. That's why a lot of us, in as much as we are happy that what's his name?
Who be that?
Son, in as much as we're happy that Afe Babalola has withdrawn his case and excused and giving some respite to our brother.
They don't withdraw the case.
But some of us would have wanted that case to end too.
What do you want to? If the way you want make this case go more,
so that we will know.
No.
We will know.
Because for us to don't talk, say he said what he said. Say they go back.
No, not I said we wanted that case to go so that we will know who is wrong. Is it Afe Babalola that is wrong, or is it that the judiciary has put its hands inside the anus of the tortoise?
But remember, say the beggar now. Only of if join hands.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So when people don't,
that's what I said. I'm happy. That's the first thing I said.
Okay.
I said I'm happy, and I thank Chief Afe Babalola for listening to the voice
of the people who begged.
Okay. But on the hindsight.
But like me, the apropos in you would have made you want.
Yes, I wanted it so that we will know. Maybe we know who put hands for inside tortoise yard.
Stop it, I like it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so brings us to like I'm going to go straight to Gambaryan issue. The Binance executive. First of all, remember, say one of them escaped from our custody.
I don't know. When people say he escaped,
he escaped now.
If he escaped from the custody where he was being held, it means that we have a serious security issue in this country.
But he escaped now.
Yeah, I know. We have a serious security. Those who were held, who were asked to look after him, should be held accountable. They should be locked up. They should tell Nigerians, how did this man escape? Because I'm wondering, if a foreigner, he's a foreigner now, if he can escape, why is it that Nnamdi Kanu has not been able to escape?
Hey, wait. Not be the same kind of detention they detain them.
Oh, not be the same.
A different kind of detaining.
Detention is detention. No, because you see, we laugh over a lot of things in this country. We play too much in this country. Do you know that fact that it has been admitted that he escaped shows that your security is porous.
So you're embarrassing to the country on its own.
It is an embarrassment.
And to come rub more embarrassment on top.
And if Nigeria was a country where things were working, the Oga of the security unit were Holam, and the boys were Holam. All of them for jail.
Ew. Jail.
Yes.
Ew. Okay, so make we leave for that now. As the brother too don't come give us another embarrassment by also coming out to accuse our honorable House of Representative members. Say they court ask her for $150 million bribe. In fact, they even asked that the bribe should be paid in cryptocurrency. And when the bribe is paid in cryptocurrency,
You cannot trace it.
you want to come like that, we don't have a balance answer. So now the issue now be say our House of Rep members, the deputy speaker don't come. I say no, I cannot do that. Show me evidence why I said that. If you show me evidence, I go resign as person wey be say dey power. Even though some people don't talk, say this House of Rep member fit do am because of say some people they talk say so no be man wey be say they give money for solar wanting for in constituency, you know, do am according to gossip. Now people gossip. Say they give am a constituency project to do solar wanting for people. Say you never even fit do am, so say they believe say go do am. That one I will see some people talk. But we could leave that way people talk. Now we all don't come talk like that. The federal government said don't come and come talk. Because they could disregard that. A whole minister for information. Now come out come talk a national orientation. Say make them come out that one way talk. Say no way busy. Say as they launch investigation, they do this and they don't find that say you know happen. Say make them disregard them. Say they hope say when US will call them back, make it come defend the remaining case so he gets because not be all the case then died out. But the guy said don't come back again. Go talk say wetin he talk say na true. Say he insist say Nigerians dem seek for bribe for in hand that House of Representative members and the names they went call they very correct. How would
behind every rumor there's an element of truth? Ew. In as much as we say he who
alleges must
prove, okay, we know that most times it's like a marriage where a husband, you know, beats the wife and decides to beat her on the bum. You go don't tell the woman say make you can't show public say the husband beat her for bum.
So how the public when you know where they beat her?
And she talking with her mouth.
Hey, so it's her word again.
You know, so you know, and another one is like a husband and wife where the man is treating the woman badly in terms of emotional breakdown, and you go say maybe the woman can't show evidence say they don't touch her now. So what are we talking about? But it doesn't. For me,
because you know if you quantify, you know if you show evidence of emotional torture.
Yes, but the man is going to touch. You see, what I would say in all of this, jokes apart, is that I think the federal government is being too quick in defending the National Assembly members. The National Assembly have spokesmen. The National Assembly have a leadership, and I believe that they should be able to manage it. Unfortunately, we have a system of governance where the ministers and the spokespersons of the president have turned themselves into the spokesperson of parastatals, which is no longer acceptable. We have three tiers of government: the state, the local government, and we have the federal, the state, the local government.
Yes.
And we break it down. We have the judiciary, we have the executive, we have the legislature. Each one have a function. Each one is a full-fledged organization that has the means of relating to the public. So I think that the ministers should calm down, and sit back and watch. What I expect this government, the federal government, to do is to set up an inquiry to it and to carry out proper investigation.
Okay, so the question
now, if as we're saying all of this. Okay. And we say, oh, government is saying forget it, and those that have been mentioned are saying it's a lie. If tomorrow evidence is come out to show that it was real, what will happen?
But how evidence won't use come out? Now you know why I asked this question. The young man was held in detention.
When video came out about Gandoje collecting dollar and stuffing in his agbada, did we expect that?
But this one,
anything can happen. Precious.
Sir?
Anything can happen.
Okay, you know why they talk? Because if they for detention, and usually somebody under detention, they go check and properly search and make sure say you don't hold anything. Especially before you go to such.
Do you know that people in the correctional centers have better phones than you and I?
Oh. Okay, sorry, in Nigeria, sorry. I mean, they talk about in an ideal circumstance.
Nigeria is not an ideal system.
Oh wow.
Nigeria, you and I know that Nigeria is not an ideal system. Okay. We're doing trial and error in this country. And that is why things are the way they are. Do you know that if it is in America and you accuse a serving senator, a serving senator, you accuse him of corruption, he will step aside.
The Prime Minister for inside UK resigned because they tell him say you put law but you can't fail the law one house.
Yes, you will step aside. It's a honorable thing to do. you will step aside and allow for proper investigation. But Nigeria, nobody will step aside. They will hold on to government power, sit on their seat, and ask you to investigate them. A few days you heard what happened when some people who have due for retirement in customs says they go nowhere.
So they say because they got to go never. That's what some people talk.
So what kind of country
so
are we
don't
running?
For retirement, they don't agree.
So what kind of
they make a law which to better.
So what kind of country is this? What kind of country is it? So these are questions. We created a situation where outsiders are now insulting us to our faces.
But not be say they even mention a better code precisely, but people insinuate them.
See, that's what I'm saying. You and I know that. If you remember 2024, we had the issue of budget padding. And they said the budget padding was from the National Assembly. And when the person who brought it up, he was suspended. So how do you want Nigerians now to believe what your senators and what your honorable members are saying, believe what the minister is saying against the man who has said he was asked for bribe?
So that means it's easier to believe the man than to believe our own people.
Because our people have created the room for that.
Oh, insult upon injury. And to add more insult to this injury way they talk about now. Canada don't reply us for the reason they look our full country finish, can't deny a whole chief of defense staff visa. They say,
Pressure, don't you invited me here this evening. Don't insult my intelligence.
Sorry, sir.
Don't let me get very upset.
Sorry, sir.
I'm trying so much to curtail anything that will affect my mental health.
Sorry, sir.
Talking about this visa denial saga and all of that, and the way Nigerian government is going about it, shows a high level of insincerity. Yes.
How?
The government has shown that the government does not have any iota of love, sympathy, empathy for the ordinary Nigerians.
Hey.
Precious, do you know how much Nigerians pay for visa fees that they never get visa and they never get a refund?
Some don't pay like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you know how many Nigerians are denied visa even when they meet the criteria? And nobody shouts. Nobody says anything. And then just because one man in government has been denied visa, we want the whole. It's like asking everyone to jump into the ocean. No. For me, what has happened to the chief of army staff? Unfortunately, it has happened to him, but it has happened. What it means is that now the government should go and rethink and re-strategize and know how to deal with other countries. The government should be able to look at the American government and say, for every Nigerian you deny visa, refund their money. It's something that needs to be done. The Nigerian government needs to look at the American and say, you are charging our people too much for visa. This is what you should charge them.
Yeah, but you know, so we don't get mind to talk all those things.
But we need to do it. Then Canada has opened the door for that.
Anyway.
Canada has opened the door for the Nigerian government to think as if there is no box. And this is where I expect that the Minister of Interior should focus on to say, okay, so this has happened to Nigerians. It has happened to a senior Nigerian official. Use that as an opportunity to say, okay, good. You cannot charge my people more than this for visa.
So no, our Minister of Interior saying an insult for Canada to refuse our CDS visa. It talk the same thing.
If they pay now, what is the living standard of the Canadians and the living standard of Nigeria?
Wait. I cannot compare that thing.
No, I need to. What is the governance rate in Canada and the governance rate in Nigeria? What are the social amenities in Canada and the social amenities in Nigeria? That's why no get the tell person you can say make you go to hell. All that go mama you anyhow. Manga go mama you. For me, I think that the Canadian government has provided an opportunity for the Nigerian government to reappraise the diplomatic ties with every country and to make laws that will protect the ordinary Nigerians. It's also a wake-up call that our leaders need to develop this country. We have become a laughing stock in the Committee of Nations. We have become a laughing stock I won't be surprised tomorrow if South Africa wakes up and denies government officials visa. Because you're to stop it. What are you bringing to them? Your money has no value. So what are you bringing to them?
In fact, South Africans say Nigeria and their country sign agreement for visa agreement.
So what are you bringing to them?
Oh.
Tell me what you're bringing.
But are you saying that intelligence minds and people will get not be something, not be an asset?
True.
See, Nigerians, you know, we mention healthcare and some sectors for some countries abroad.
We're not talking. No, sorry, precious. Sir? We're not talking about that. These are Nigerians who are seeking for survival. They're seeking for livelihood.
Honest Nigerians.
That is why they're leaving the country, because the country has nothing to offer them.
Are you saying the country does not reward?
Your health sector is zero. Every now and then, your national grid is collapsing.
But they don't say
your educational system is zero.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? What can we be proud of as a people?
We get oil.
Which oil?
Plenty.
Oil that you have used to borrow loan.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, sir.
So what is it? What is it that government of this country is doing for the citizens?
You don't say person away from Saudi Arabia, person away from UAE. Then they benefit, they need to pay. For Saudi Arabia, they say they need to pay tax. They say why they need to pay tax, and because of the government saying that their way of giving back to the people, for the social contract they not sign for the people. Say as we give us your resources, your natural resources, oil and all that to manage, we in turn will give you better government. In fact, they say you go fit get housing allowance. So if you marry like this now, you won't build house, they go fit give you a grant where you go use build that house. If you see the kind of things they enjoy for free for those countries, I can't wonder not vex that. Not be the same oil we get for Nigeria, now in Saudi Arabia and UAE gets.
We don't have leaders.
So the leadership issue.
Nigeria is a blessed country. Everybody knows that.
I mean,
as I sit here, I can tell you authoritatively that Nigeria has 33 million out of currencies, first class in the world. Yes, I know that. 33 mineral currencies. 33.
Only Nigeria.
Only Nigeria. Nigeria has gold. Nigeria has columbite. Nigeria has tantalite. Nigeria has coal. Name it. Why do you think France is romancing with your government?
Yeah.
They are romancing because Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger have sacked them. No. Because they are looking at your mineral resources.
So now nothing goes for nothing.
That is what they're interested in. Go and check what the Chinese are doing in Nigeria. They are moving your mineral resources every day. Go and check out the ports.
Yeah.
They're moving your raw materials. Why is government not making a policy to say, come and set up those factories in this country, or we don't give you the
So refine those raw materials here, so that we can get job for our
Look at cocoa. Let us even look at cocoa, ordinary cocoa.
Ew.
Is it not from cocoa they get chocolate?
Yes, so chocolate and other things.
How many chocolate factories do you have in Nigeria?
I mean, why we get plenty of the mineral resources.
They're sending them out every day. Shipping them out of the
but Ghana said don't get their own cocoa factories. Ghana they make you don't think Ghana cocoa Ghana chocolates. Ghana chocolate sweet oh.
We used to have 1 or 2 or 3 chocolate factories in Nigeria. They've closed down. So what are we talking about? So if these mineral resources are here and they are mining them and people are mining them and taking them out of this country, how do you want this country to develop?
Hey, okay.
How? So the government needs to be more proactive. The government needs to think as if there is no box. And that is why I keep saying, in the southeast, precious, Adama Palm is in the Imo State. What has happened to it?
Palm oil production.
What has happened to it?
We don't import oil itself, China. You know, Malaysia, we don't import palm oil.
Malaysia came to Nigeria.
Are we aware that we're importing oil, Gary, and some things now?
Malaysia came to Nigeria and took seeds back to Malaysia. They're producing palm oil and they're exporting it to Nigeria. Shame not they catch us for this country.
Check.
Shame no they catch us.
All right, but there's a good news, by the way. As President Bola Tinubu the ginger to celebrate his second year anniversary, we can talk say plenty roads and plenty projects and they will be say they will commission because of this celebration. At least we get minister when they work. Maybe they want to make a right celebration, give them best minister of the year. Say they work well.
Forget Arise. Yes, forget Arise.
Why?
Arise has become politicized.
Yes.
And this whole idea of giving awards left, right, and right, it has to stop.
Maybe we'll not.
These are people we have employed them. Your minister, Mr. President, they're all employed by the Nigerian people. You're using my money. I give you money, precious. You go and dig borehole with my money. You come and put your picture that it is. What are you talking about?
Are you saying that we should not reward people? Just
reward in what sense? What are they doing? What is?
Sir, if person do good, you hear them small.
See,
so that you go do more.
Precious.
Sir,
we're not getting it right in this country.
Okay, sir.
When you look at leaders who have left lasting legacies in this country, who is giving them award? Who have you seen give award to the late Lateef Jakonde? Who have you seen give award, even in Imo State, to the late Sam Mbappe? But you're giving award to these decomposed, these people you call your governors. These people that are clueless, you call them your governors, who are not doing anything in the states. When the late Sam Mbappe was the governor of Imo State, there was no money. I have been to his house in Obo. Small cottage. That is where he lived. I've been to his house.
So build gigantic building. You don't go our wicked house before.
Which wicked? Go to the
Nigeria's mega builder.
Go and see the other. No, you're talking of wicked. Go and see the ones in our own states too.
Hey, all right.
What we have today are not leaders. What we have today are not leaders. These are men who have come to devour this country.
So how do we stop this then? How do we stop this? What will be the end?
We will
continue to talk.
No.
Continue to do. See, and after they talk, when they talk, and to prepare the minds of Nigerians, when they know what they deserve, when they go, they come each other, when they know what they will do.
That's what I always told you. Okay. Anybody that does not learn from this administration will never learn again.
Hey!
What did we experience for Buhari hand? That's small.
Compared to what we see now.
Yeah. And what do they see now? Is still they do some assault. You never open up.
This suffer.
Which suffer?
See they do one more.
Nigerians never begin suffer. Precious. Don't ever say suffer. When Nigerians have tasted real suffering, they will no longer vote party. They will vote individuals. And then that time, on election day, you will not see Nigerian youths playing football on the street. You will not see adults who have voters card staying in their house and drinking beer and drinking wine.
But people will say that even when they come out,
it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. People need to be intentional about their yearning for good leadership.
All right,
they need to go out there, get their voters card, keep on well. On that day of election, go and exercise your right. Let me tell you something. That people who are saying their votes don't count. Let me tell you where most of these votes don't count. Every polling unit has a number of accredited voters.
Okay.
If you have 500 and only 100 come out, you think the other 400 they will send it back without using it? That is where.
Yeah, but we get beavers. Matter plenty.
Leave beavers. Because INEC will tell you they have a glitch.
So beavers don't go.
We need to change we need to look at that electoral law again.
So we need electoral reform.
We need serious electoral reform. That is it.
So why are we not agitating for it?
People are agitating. I have been agitating. We need to remove this whole thing of putting party logo.
So vote for individuals and not parties.
Put the candidate. Let us see the face of the candidate. Let us know. We need to change the qualification to be a leader in this country.
So not be school start on NEPA bill.
Forget school start. Forget NEPA bill. A country where you have medical doctors, you have engineers, you send a person don't attempt to can I go lead them?
No, attend primary school really.
Not be while be that. Thirdly, all these are professors when they use for INEC, when they call INEC, and I go sit down as a professor. They train, you say they train younger generation. You go sit down as professor, you go see person wey no get school cert, you go make a leader. Shame on all of you.
Hell, I'm going to end up with these notes before we share them again. Guys, thank you so much for being part of this short this thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sorry for hijacking you on a weekend. I appreciate you. Guys, thank you so much for being part of this. I appreciate you. This time is fast spent. Apologies, I couldn't open the phone lines today. But not a worry. Another time we'll surely do that. I'll see how I can go like tomorrow with Dr. DG. See by this time of the day. I love you guys and I appreciate you big time. I'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. Have yourself an amazing day. Goodbye.